Hello there, everyone. Welcome on into another lovely episode of Inside the Toaster. My name is Mr. Waffles, and I am here with...
Oh, it's me, Za. WeHaveZa.
Oh, man. How you doing today?
I wasn't prepared for that, but I'm doing pretty well. It's Tuesday.
It's Tuesday. It's a good Tuesday.
Yeah.
Some might even say it's a really good Tuesday.
Some might.
Yeah. Are you one of those people?
It wasn't a hard day at work, so I'll say it was a good Tuesday for sure.
Right. You're not one of those, because I told you I was going to be asking you very hard-hitting questions, like, is it a good Tuesday?
Was that a hard one?
Yeah.
Should I reconsider?
Yes.
Do I need to take longer on my
hold
answer?
on. Let me just pause the recording. You might want to think about it. Oh, man. So who are you?
Okay, so that's a hard-hitting question.
Yeah.
Right there. That's a great question.
As an interviewer, I only ask the best questions.
That's an open-ended question.
Yeah.
Like,
Okay. Let's dig deeper then.
Dig deeper.
Let's start off with your name.
WeHaveZa.
Yeah. All right. Thank you for answering my question. Anyways, that's the end of the episode. Thank you all for coming.
All right, cool. Thanks for having me. Follow Ninja.
Follow Ninja, please don't. I'd recommend against it. Oh, man.
What website anyway? Who knows?
Yeah. Something about him now being on Twitch again.
Did he announce that he was going to be back on Twitch yet?
I haven't
announced that he was doing things.
I know that's where his fan base is, so it wouldn't surprise me if he was going back to Twitch. He didn't delete his channel when he left.
No, he did not. Yeah, he's not a partner on Twitch anymore, but that doesn't mean anything.
I feel like that was just Twitch lashing out. Like, oh shit, you accepted all this money from Microsoft, and then you just abandon us? All right, check mark gone.
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense.
Yeah.
And you can't earn money off of it.
Yeah, that's true. So, but like, it's not like it'd be a hard thing for him to get it back.
No, God, no. If he comes back to Twitch, they'll let him have it.
Honestly. Yeah, no, Mixer's gone. Ain't that crazy?
A month from now, it's gone.
Okay. Mixer's gone.
But yeah, Mixer's gone. Yeah, it was weird to see that in the morning, and I'm still thinking through all the stuff that's gonna happen with it all. I know there's gonna be a lot of people coming from Mixer going to either YouTube, Facebook, or Twitch for the most part.
Yeah. I don't think the market is gonna be in Facebook gaming, if we're being honest. No. I think
no one wants to go there.
I think Microsoft had a good thing with Mixer because the UI was good, and from what I've seen, the TOS was handled really well on some portions. Mm-hmm. But then they're like, yeah, we're just going to put our money into Facebook. You know, that thing that we've been having problems with for years. Yeah, we think we're going to put our money in there.
That thing that gets trending on Twitter like 2 times a month, delete your Facebook. Cancel Facebook.
Oh, I love those.
That very same one?
Yeah, that Facebook. You know, Microsoft has put their money into Facebook gaming. I'm not kidding. That's what the live streaming service is called. Facebook gaming. And I still can't get over it. The Facebook went, we need to name our streaming platform something interesting. Something that ties us to Facebook, though. All right, Ted, give me an option or you're fired. Facebook gaming. Tim, you're fired, but we're going with it anyway.
Like, Game Book might not have been a bad option. You know, there's like so many things you could have done, but
Gamer Face.
Facebook gaming. Gamer Face.
The new and intuitive gamer social media. Gamer Face.
What they really should have named it is Get Out of My Stream, Grandma.
Yeah, because when you go live, it's shared to all your friends.
Everyone, yeah. So unless you're making an alt account, so it's just for your stream, you got a whole lot of...
Oh, man. I couldn't do it.
No.
But yeah, so what's the story behind your name? Why are we calling you Za? Why do we call you... Who are you?
That's a great question. The story of my name doesn't make a whole lot of sense. It was kind of one day, way back, probably... either high school or college, I decided I needed a new name because I kept on forgetting my passwords.
Okay.
So I came up with a name called, We Have Pizza.
Okay.
Because evidently it wasn't taken on League.
All right.
And then when I was going around, I was finally gonna start streaming. I was like, who knows? Maybe it'll turn into something that I can do for a hobby or something. And I was like, that one name that I used back in the day, We Have Pizza, is good. And I was like, well, let's make it a little shorter. Just make it Za.
I mean, it definitely works for your Discord picture.
It does, yeah. You got a nice little just Z and A.
And then everyone knows who you are.
Yeah. I do like. I didn't even plan like how much I was gonna brand it out and everything. Like I was like, pizza. I like pizza. It's a good thing. People like pizza.
It's very versatile.
Mm-hmm. Very versatile. How did you get your name? I feel like.
Oh damn! I've told this story before.
Probably.
So. Oh god! When I first created my Twitch account, it was literally just so I could talk to one streamer. Because originally, when I used Twitch, I didn't even like talk at all. I would literally just put on like a cooking stream and just zone out like hardcore.
I didn't even put on cooking streams. It was just I just put on like big YouTubers that I saw streaming occasionally, and I'd be like, all right, I'm just gonna watch.
Oh, same. There's one that I almost name dropped for a second there, but I think I want to wait a little bit. I think I want to wait a little bit just because of yeah, damn. Now that I'm looking at it, that's like the only reason I'm on Twitch is because of that person. Ooh, it doesn't feel good.
Yikes.
Yeah, welcome to the yikes zone. Population, us. But no,
I only had to unfollow and ban like one or two people from that. Other than that, I didn't know any of them so far.
One of them got me good. Yeah, and I just started seeing it everywhere, and I was like, wow, he was a really good streamer. And then just you hear about this, and it's almost like surreal. Like you don't want to believe it at first,
Yeah.
Especially.
It's really crazy.
But yeah, no. And originally I went by a name that was relating to Dishonored. I won't get into it because it links me to another account that I'm not happy about that I can't figure out how to delete. Oh yeah, it was lovely. And then I was like, man, I can't really brand with this because I was starting to brand myself a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
And it's kind of hard to brand yourself when you're using copyrighted material. Like, it's almost damn near impossible. Like if someone called themselves like Mickey's Funhouse or some crap like that, the mouse would be like, hold on a second, you're profiting off of Mickey Mouse, who's been in and out of copyright battles for years and should be in public domain by now? Damn. Pay us.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it's
a little ruthless.
Yeah, that's one way of putting it. And so I was like, man, I wish I could come up with a name that people would remember. And I just like randomly came up with this. And at the time I was doing a lot of coding classes in college. And so I just threw the 404 on the end of it just because I couldn't think of anything else. I was like, my mind is blank, so my name will be blank.
Fair enough.
What do you stream? I know you're a variety streamer, but what do you like to stream?
Indie games. I don't know. I started out not streaming so many indie games, but for a while it's just been the only things that I've really enjoyed playing a whole lot. It's just different story, different everything each time, just about.
Right.
I don't know. I don't really have a specific like genre.
Mm-hmm.
I just like hope that it has a good story. But
segueing off of that, what is your favorite game, like of all time?
Favorite game?
Yeah.
Get this one a lot. Portal 2. Portal
really?
2 is my favorite game.
What about Portal 2 pulls you in?
Many times. It's the story and the puzzles.
Damn.
I love it. Oh, I love it all.
I'm horrible at physics puzzles, but I love Portal. Like I'm really bad at physics portals. Or physics portals, physics puzzles. There we go.
I was just gonna let it go. It was close enough. Yeah, I play through it at least once a year at this point. Still, just such a good game.
What about the first one?
I liked the first one. It's a good game. It's by no. It's like a good puzzle game.
Mm.
The story's a lot weaker,
Right.
and at the end of the day, like when I beat them both, and I just definitely prefer Portal 2.
Yeah, that makes sense. Did you know that Portal originally started as a mod?
I did.
Yeah. And Valve was like, wow, this is actually kind of cool. Hey, do you mind if we copyright this? Thanks.
Yep. Yep. Gotta love it.
Got it. You love to see it.
You love to see it, yeah.
Oh, man. You're quite the interesting person.
I get that a lot.
Just because, like, every time I see you in another server, you're always, like, being a smartass, and then you just vanish like the wind. You come in, you make the one quip, and then you just disappear.
That's the way to put it.
It's like it's like you're a cryptid, legendary. You show up, you say something that is actually sometimes very, very comedy gold, and then you just vanish, and you're like, see you guys in 3 years.
I like to, you don't want to like make. I used to do this the shotgun approach is what I used to call it.
Okay.
Making as many jokes as possible, knowing one is gonna hit.
Oh yeah.
But I started cutting it down a little bit and doing a more like single approach of once I figured out which jokes managed to hit more often, just using those instead of just the shotgun approach. You only say the things that are actually going to end up hitting.
Right. It's more
unless
like
it's a really bad joke and you just want to make it for the fact of making it.
See, that sounds like you.
Yeah, that's also me.
You're on both sides, pinpoint and precision, but every once in a while, I got the shotty on my side.
Every once in a while, you gotta just make a really bad joke because it's funny.
Honestly. So how's COVID been treating you?
I mean, I like it. I get to sleep in an hour later.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have to drive to work.
Are you considered an essential worker, or are you? No. Okay.
But I just work remotely. I got a job literally 2 weeks before the.
Are you serious?
Isolation. Yeah.
Wow.
So I learned 2 weeks in the office, and then since then I've been just learning the job and getting better and everything since then. So.
Mm-hmm. Do you like it?
Yeah, I like it. It's pretty cool. It's definitely not what I expected to do, but it's kind of good that way. I don't know. I didn't expect myself to end up doing like metrics analytics for movies. Movie trailers specifically. So like when a trailer releases, a studio will come to us and be like, hey, can we get a report for like 24 hours on how many views this got like worldwide for all the copies?
Really?
And we'll shoot them over a report and everything. It's pretty neat.
That does sound like a pretty neat job. I'm sure it gets stressful at times.
Oh, very.
Do you got any funny stories from it so far?
None so far. No. Nothing crazy.
All right, here's one for you.
There haven't been enough releases since all this happened.
Yeah, I wonder why we haven't been releasing movies. Gee.
Who knows?
Who knows? Could it be this beer brand or something? Something about a beer brand. I don't know. I don't watch the news.
Miller Lite.
No, I said beer brand, not water brands. Come on.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
You're going to hydrate with those types of drinks. We have a joke on my server that if you're drinking a Bud Light or a Miller Lite or, any of those like heavily advertised beers, you're not here to get drunk. You're here to hydrate.
It's fair. It's pretty fair.
Yeah.
I don't know. Sometimes it's nice to be able to. I like using the lighter beers for drinking games and stuff because you don't. You can play for longer because you're not like dead after 3 games. I'm also a lightweight. Does that have anything to do with it? Maybe just a little bit. You know?
Oh, don't worry. I'm a lightweight too. 5%, and I'm gone. That's all it takes. I'm just.
Yeah, I'm not too far off from there.
What's your favorite type of drink?
I'm a beer guy.
But do you have a?
Probably Pacifico is my favorite.
Hmm. How many of those could you get before you're like have to cut yourself off?
Depends. Am I driving or not?
Okay, so let's say I'm your DD of the night. How many are you drinking?
Oh man. Probably I could probably get up to like 8 or so and still be like decently coherent.
Decently coherent.
And I'm not gonna say anything that's gonna make me have problems the next day.
Right. Damn.
Yeah.
No.
If I'm driving, only like 2.
Right. Right. And even then, that's kind of
2 and a little bit of a wait.
Yeah. That's more understandable. I thought you meant like 2 and then we get in the car.
2 and no, it's like 2, a little bit of a wait. Like drink it more forward. Like start the beers earlier and then you can just kind of chill.
Yeah. Cop pulls you over. How many have you had? Well, you see, I had 2, and then on top of that, I had this little bit of a wait. And he's like, "How much do you consider a wait?" And like 2 seconds. Those are always the funniest to me, like those cop shows. And the guys they're always asking them like, "Are you drunk?" And they're just staggering, practically falling over. You can't understand them, and they have the guts to say, "No, officer, I am not drunk."
Nope.
Do you mind breathing into this breathalyzer? And they always end up like getting half the machine in their mouth, and it's like, "Yeah, buddy, you're not helping yourself."
Saying I'm not supposed to deep throat them?
No, wait, have you been? Wait, hold on. Are we wrong here? Am I wrong here? Are we supposed to deep throat them?
No, you're not.
Okay, well, hold on. Let me go take a breathalyzer right now so I can start my car. Oh, man. Those are always the funniest to me. Well, it's not funny if somebody has one, like especially if you know them.
Yeah.
But it's like
there was this video that I saw, and someone was breaking down. It was another video, and it was like how to beat like the breathalyzer ignition.
Don't
thing
drink
every time. And what they were doing is they were like vaporizing their alcohol and smoking it basically, or inhaling it. And I was like what? Evidently, it was getting him a nice buzz and everything. And I was like,
can you
think about that?
Can you imagine somebody like is drunk and they're like, "Oh man, I need to drive. I'm gonna watch this YouTube video on how to avoid a breathalyzer." And it's like, step 1, smoke your alcohol. And he's like, "Well, guess I gotta do it." Oh man.
Gotta follow the YouTubes.
Gotta follow. Oh man. Are you a YouTube man, or are you a do-it-yourself man?
Very much. I'll use YouTube all the time. It's saved me a few times. It's just helpful when there's something that you need to do and you're like, I don't want to try to learn how to do this for 30 minutes. You can look up a 5-minute tutorial.
That's fair. So, here's something I just now thought of. Were you going to be going to this year's TwitchCon?
Oh yeah. I live in San Diego.
Oh no way.
The convention center is like 12-minute drive from my apartment.
That's pretty cool.
So yeah. So I was like planning on going. I was like, I'm doesn't matter. Like if there's a lot of people who are like, yeah, I'm not gonna go this year. I was like, I'm still gonna go. But then it got canceled, and I was like, well, I guess that's fine. Save a little bit of money.
Yeah. No, I know it. I know I certainly saved on that hotel. But then I'm like, oh yeah, but the business cards I got, and the little business card holder, and the plane ticket. Oh man.
It's for next year.
Yeah. And the airline, when I called them to cancel, was initially like, oh yeah, well we can give you a credit towards your next flight. And I'm like, if you guys had a record to see how many times I've flown within the past 5 years, you would understand that credit is pointless to me. Okay, well, we'll make sure to give you a refund. It wasn't even a full refund either.
Yep. Yeah. It's crazy. They just don't care.
I even told them, I was like, yeah, it's because of the COVID thing. I can literally send you a tweet from the convention center. Yeah, no, I was looking forward to this year. I was going to do like a whole cosplay and everything.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Thank God I didn't finish the costume. I only have the mask, so that's cool.
Well, you got a whole year for that now.
Oh, man. I don't know if this COVID thing will be ending anytime soon, though. That's my big worry.
I think there'll be a TwitchCon 2021 for sure.
You think
I'd be
so?
more surprised if there wasn't.
I don't know. The way America's been handling COVID, people treat it as if it's a political opinion.
Yep, just a little bit.
Yeah? A little bit or a lot of it?
A lot of bit.
Oh, man.
It's called survival of the fittest, you know?
Darwin Awards.
People just aren't going to make it through this, and
that's a shame.
People,
But yeah, back on the previous subject, 'cause I got derailed real quick. What game are you currently playing right now? Like what are you streaming lately?
Yeah. So right now, I'm playing, of course, multiple games at a time because good old ADD brain doesn't want to stick to one thing at a time.
Relatable.
Yep. So I'm finishing up Pyre. It's
Oh yeah, I have that.
Giant.
That's a great game.
I really like it. It's a lot of reading.
Yeah, it's kind of visual novel-esque, but man, the gameplay is addicting.
Oh yeah, I really enjoy that game. It's been really good. And then I'm also finishing up Wander Song. It's a like bard playthrough of like a platformer game, kind of very story based.
Okay.
Really cute. It's been a lot of fun. And then I've been playing. I haven't streamed it yet, but soon probably some Hearthstone Battlegrounds. I've been addicted to all the auto chesses, and this one's the one that caught my eye recently.
Did you say auto chess?
Yeah.
What's that?
So like League of Legends has their Teamfight Tactics. There's Dota Underlords, I think is what it is. And so you basically, it's an auto battler. Basically, you throw out your units in a specific formation, so where they have like a better chance of killing the other team. And it's kind of strategy based, but it's also PvP. So it scratches my strategy game itch, but I also get to play against other people and make them lose or become really sad when I'm being really bad at games.
Which is how often?
It's about 50-50.
Win, loss,
I think
loss.
I'm starting to get I'm just like lucky, you know, more often than not, but it happens.
That's cool. How long have you been streaming for? By the way.
Over 2 years now.
Wow.
Consistently for just over 2 years.
Okay. So you mean on and off before then?
It was like a month and a half or 2 months of like stream, I think 7 total times over a 2-month span, and then I actually started like streaming.
Was it a disinterest or was it just life stuff where you were like, when you were initially streaming, I should say?
Yeah. I don't really know what caused me to not really stream that much. I just remember that it just was never something that I was like super interested in. It wasn't something that I was like, oh, I need to do this every night. Um, I kind of enjoyed watching other people stream, and I think I only watched for a few people. So like I think I started streaming on like their off days just so
Mm-hmm.
that I would have something to do. And then it just kind of became a more consistent thing where I was like, whatever, I'll miss part of their stream. It's fine. But yeah,
Yeah. I
it's
mean,
been a journey.
it's been a journey, that's for sure. It's not easy to grow on Twitch.
No.
Like, a lot of people, they see, like, the bigger streamers, and they're like, yeah, I could do that. I could do that.
Yeah. It's a good one.
It's a great joke. It's honestly pure gold. Because my brother, I told him about how I'm doing Twitch, and he was like, oh, do you like it? And I just have to, like, grin and nod my head.
Yeah. There are certain days where it just kicks you in the dirt.
Honestly.
Like, yeah.
And he's like, how many followers do you have? And I told him my numbers, and he's like, wow, that's quite a few. You must have a lot of people that watch you. Yes. Sure, kid.
Whatever you say.
Whatever you say. Here, you will look at my numbers from the past month. No.
It's not easy. I always tell that to people. I'm like, yeah, streaming's not easy. It's one of those things if you want to be consistent at it, you just gotta accept that there's gonna be on days, there's gonna be off days, and there's gonna be off months.
Mm-hmm. And you gotta do it as a hobby.
Make it fun. Yeah, you gotta do it as a hobby, and you gotta make it fun.
Make it real fun. Throw out some wacky transitions and test out face rig.
Oh God.
Turn yourself into a piece of bread.
Oh no.
Become bread.
And play I Am Bread.
Oh, I thought about doing that. I'm not even kidding. I legit thought about doing that. But then I was like, yeah, but what happens if my face rig turns off? And now I have to show my face to the internet. I'd further show my feet.
The show feet thing has always weirded me out on Twitch. I don't know. It started more recently, I feel like within the last like year.
You talking about the whole show feet joke, or you just talking about like in general the whole show feet meme?
A little bit of both.
Yeah.
I feel like on Twitch started more recently.
I wouldn't say recently. I'd say within like the past, I don't know, 2-3 years, it became more prevalent. Yeah.
We've been doing show feed on Twitch for 2 years.
Oh yeah, there's a streamer when I first started watching Twitch, when I was just jumping around. I was like, oh yeah, IRL, this will be an interesting category. You know, future me knows better, but past me was like, yeah, I'll just watch this one streamer. She seems fun. Let's see what's going on. And first everything was normal until she pauses. And this is back when Twitch had like very active chat things that you could do, like direct messages, I guess. Yeah. And so, you know what I mean? Like, it was a lot more prevalent, like almost encouraged by Twitch to direct message people. And it would give you like your own inbox. Well, they got... Yeah, it was a horrible feature. I'm so glad it's gone. But no, they paused and they were like, oh, I just got a message from someone in the chat named... And they just name dropped. And then it was this man who was like begging her to message him on Twitter so that way he could discuss paying for feet pics.
Yikes.
Yeah. And then
at least he was willing to pay.
Yeah. And then she was like, how much we talking? And he sent her another message and was like, I think he said like $300. And she was
I'd
like,
probably sell feet pics for 300.
Yeah, would you?
Yeah.
Well, let's get
That'd
started.
Be a waste of $300 for someone. My feet are pretty ugly.
I can't imagine, because like, what if they're not what he thought they were gonna be? Like, he pays the $300, he gets the pictures, and they're like the opposite of what he thought they were gonna be. Do you think he'd be pissed?
I mean, yeah, but you have to know that's the risk you take when you're buying feet pics. It's like you are going out on a limb saying, I want to see your feet right now for $300.
I'm sorry, I can't understand it. I can't. I'm trying to.
If you're selling feet pics, do you like pretty up your feet first? You know, like trim the toenails, like paint them up. You know, get like a whole mani pedi on them,
I'd
or do you
imagine you
just like,
would.
or do you just completely just set them down? You know, and you just send them raunchy, unwashed for the entire day.
No.
Feet
Well,
that
I
have been
mean,
like in socks and shoes. I don't know.
see there,
I think there's a reason to do it both ways.
there's a part of me who like is over here like rationally thinking like, yeah. No one would want that, so obviously they'd pretty them up. But then there's a part of me going, it's the internet. Someone out there. I'm gonna say very unholy Christian words. Somebody out there gets off to rank ass feet.
True.
If that's you, if you're listening to this podcast, disgusting. I am calling you out right now. Disgusting.
Hey, no kink shaming.
Look, I'm just saying there's some kinks out here that I will shame. Like the story I read about the guy who jerked off to tiles.
Like kitchen tiles.
Like kitchen tiles, yeah.
Must have been some really nice tiles.
Oh man, yeah, no. So I have to shame that. I have to shame you. If you like rank ass feet. If you like any feet, for that matter, I'm calling you out. Hardcore.
Fair enough.
Enjoy bondage like the rest of us. Fucking hell. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm probably making you really uncomfortable.
No. It's hard to make me uncomfortable.
Well, good.
Like there are certain topics that'll get me, but like meme topics like this, no, I
All right.
don't really care.
All right. There's a part of me who was like starting to regret, like, oh fuck, I should have asked them about this ahead of time. Because I had this whole joke like set up, and then just, oh no, I did ass off. This was okay. I'm sorry.
You hate to see it.
Yeah, I hate to see it. Ever since Wix was on the show, I cannot stop saying that. I keep catching myself saying it at work. Oh.
I'm the one who started you hate to. Well, I started like I got it spread around a lot. Was you hate to see it?
Really? That's amazing. Yeah. So we can blame you for this curse. Got it.
Yes. Yes. And I love to see it.
Oh my god. You actually just did this. That's really like interesting to know though, because like Wix uses it like all the time. He'll use it on Twitter, he'll use it on stream, he'll use it in a server, he'll use it when you're in a voice call. They constantly use it. All the time.
I've been known to start a few meme trends. I really do enjoy, like, I'll catch on to something and I'll be like, I really like the way that sounds, and I'll just continue to say it.
What's
to
your
the point where there's too many people saying it?
What's your favorite?
My favorite?
Yeah.
Right now, I really do like You Hate to See It. There was also another one. I don't know if you're familiar with the ESPN 30 for 30 like intro thing. It's like, what if I told you? And like it does a bunch of other stuff. And like I've just had that stuck in my head for a while. And it's just like, what if I told you? And then you just go off on a complete tangent.
Oh my god. Oh man, you hate to see it. See, there we go. I'm doing it again. I gotta stop. I gotta stop. I can't do this no more. I am gonna go crazy trying to figure out a catchphrase.
Yeah. It's not easy figuring out that one thing that just always sounds good, always works.
Who's your favorite streamer right now?
I mean,
You
it's
will
just like
you will not lose points for saying yourself.
I will not lie. I do make myself laugh when I watch back my streams. I don't normally though. Like I usually just do it to just make sure the audio's good
Mm-hmm.
and stuff occasionally. But yeah, I really enjoy watching Wix. I that's basically my introduction to the real Twitch instead of like the just hang out in a partnered streamer and don't say a single word
I hate that.
Twitch. So
Did
yeah,
you,
I really do enjoy Wix's streams though.
he's they are really good.
Yeah,
They
they got it down to a science. It's crazy.
and then they're so modest about it. And I'm like, stop, live in the glory.
Could you fucking not?
Because on the last episode they were talking about how they went to like a, oh god, what they call it, like the I want to correct me if I'm wrong, but the St. Jude Summit.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, you do realize that they invite well-known people there. And if you went there, I'm doing some complicated math here, but... And they still just denied it. They're like, nah, I'm just a small streamer.
Did you carry the one?
I mean, that might have been my biggest problem. That's probably why they didn't accept what I was saying. Forgot to carry the one. Hold on, let me pull up my calculations. Where'd I put them? Oh, that's right. They're scrolled on my wall here.
My favorite redeemable on Twitch is in Wix's channel. They have one that's give me a compliment that I cannot refuse.
Oh, I should start using that. I have so many points. I should use that one.
It's 100,000.
Oh,
so
I don't have that much.
quite a
Close,
lot.
close to, but I have a lot.
I spend way too much time there, so I had enough to redeem it today.
What'd you say?
I mean, I was actually nice and like and genuine and sincere. You know, it was crazy. It's a different side of me. I was like,
You
thanks
sincere?
for being like one of my best friends.
Za, sincere, and not a smartass?
I know.
Oh, man, it's crazy.
I can actually be genuine. It's just I choose not to be because that requires effort.
Oh, you'll love to see it. God damn it, I'm doing it again. Someone help me. Listeners, help me. Oh, man. Yeah, no, what was I going to say? I had a whole train of thought, and it pulled into the station and then immediately pulled off before anything could unload.
Next stop, not this one.
Yeah, right? We're going to go to the other end of the brain, where it just gets dumped into the garbage. No, but I wanted that thought. No, garbage. Oh, okay. Here's one. Since your whole branding is around food, or I should say pizza specifically, is pizza your favorite food?
Yes, I love pizza.
Now, controversial time. We're just gonna ignore the pizza for a second and go full controversial. You ready for this? Hope you're ready. Here we go.
I know what the question is.
Yeah? Do you? Do you want to go ahead and answer it then?
Well, I actually want to hear how you phrase it so that you don't fuck me over.
All right. Do you believe that pineapple belongs on pizza?
No.
Hold on. Do you mind saying that a little bit louder?
No. Pineapple does not belong, at least on my pizza. You don't put that shit on there.
Why?
I don't.
You're wrong.
I'm not a fan of pineapple to begin with, and I'm really not a fan of pineapple ruining my pizza.
Ruining? Listen here.
I'm listening.
You get some jalapenos, some pineapple, and some bacon. I guarantee you'll change your mind.
I don't think I will.
Really? It's like that one meme. No, I don't think I will.
I just don't think I will, you know?
You will change your mind eventually. Even if at TwitchCon 2021 I show up with a box and go, here you go, it's a free pizza, but you have to eat it here.
It has pineapple on it.
It has pineapple. Yeah. It's free though.
free pizza, but it has pineapple.
There's your conundrum. Write down in the comments. If somebody gave you free pizza but had pineapple on it, would you be happy?
No.
Did you just say no?
I'd be disappointed. I'd be like, free pizza. Then I'd see pineapple. I'd be like, son of a bitch. What do I do with this?
Oh, man. Okay, then what's the best topping in your opinion?
Oh man, that's a good one. I really just love pepperoni. I'm not gonna lie.
Going for a classic?
Really, yeah. Bacon's good sometimes. It depends on the place. It depends on the bacon. It depends on how they cook it and put it on there.
Agreed.
Sausage I can do sometimes, but other times it just completely like takes the whole taste of the pizza itself.
Uh-huh.
And then it's just like I'm only tasting sausage now, basically.
Are you now?
Big old meaty sausages.
Oh, man.
Chicken's good.
Chicken's really good.
I'm a beef. Well, like meats on pizza. I like that. Jalapenos are pretty good too.
Yeah.
Not gonna lie. A little bit of spice.
Like, let's say money is not, like, I almost said not an option. Jesus.
Money's not an option. You gotta
it's
steal
not an
it.
option. Money is not a problem in this scenario. If you could order your perfect pizza, get it delivered to your house, what would it be? And you can even get specific too, like name companies.
Mm-hmm.
What's the perfect one?
And the best pizza I ever had was there's this one back when I was living in LA. There's this one that was real close to my apartment. I don't remember what the name of it was, but it was like San Francisco, like sourdough pizza dough, and I put this one had bacon, like really well cooked bacon, some cheese, an egg. I don't even remember what else, but it was so good. And I was like, I want this.
That sounds
more
amazing.
And more. And I went with my roommates. So of course we had to split the pizza in like thirds basically.
Oh no.
And I was like, I just want more of this one. Like they ordered 2 other ones that I was like barely interested in. I was like, I want this one.
Damn.
The other 2 are like okay.
What were on them? If you can recall.
I think one was pepperoni and sausage. Like it was a good pizza. It wasn't bad by any means, but
it just wasn't hitting you like the egg pizza.
And then I don't even remember what was on the third one. But we were just trying out one of each. Like there are 3 main ones or something like that. It was a forgettable pizza, the third one. I might have traded one of my slices of that one for part of the egg one.
I never thought about putting egg on pizza until I went to like this event a brewery near me was doing, where people could come set up stands, and it was to help promote the reopening of the brewery because before it had burned down. Yeah, and so there was I can't remember the restaurant, but it was a pizza place, and they were serving out custom pizzas for free. You could literally just come get a custom one, but of course it was like a small disc one, could fit the whole thing on a plate sort of thing. And that was the first time I've ever had like egg on a pizza.
I remember the first time I ever had egg on a pizza was back in college. They would do breakfast pizzas on some Sundays.
Oh, the college breakfast pizzas were always something to aim for.
They were they were never good, but I remember the first time I was like, it's got eggs on it. I was like, I don't think I've ever seen this before. So I grabbed like a slice, and like it was by no means good pizza, but like everything on it tasted just really good. I was impressed, which was like saying something for that because my dining hall did not make good food.
Oh,
so
man.
Me being impressed was like, well, that they win.
Yeah. Out of everything here, this is good. I think I'll spend my entire food budget on these.
Yeah.
What do they give me? $100 a month? I'll figure it out.
Yeah.
There was a college my friend went to. and she was like, "Look at this shit, look at it," and sent me a video of the way that they made pizza, and they literally took a pita bread, slapped cheese on it, slapped tomatoes on it, and made a, what do they call that? A margarita pizza. That's what it was. But it had no sauce. It was just cheese, tomatoes, and then like a few things of like basil or something. And then they pop it into the oven, pull it out, and just give it to you. Not sliced, no sauce, and just disappointing all around.
Yikes. Yeah.
You hate to see it.
You hate to see it. You really do.
Man.
College food's always so miss harder, but at the end of the day, it's so nice to not have to make your own food.
Bless.
You don't have to.
Honestly, very true. I like your scale. So college food is either miss or really miss. There is no in between.
No, there's really not. It's mine. I felt like it would have. They had like certain things that were good, but there were a lot of things that were not. And you just avoided the things that were not good.
Always.
And
Go to the Taco Bell that's right across the street. Why are we here at the dining hall?
man, I don't even think there was a Taco Bell near us.
Oh, really?
When I
Oh, man.
don't even know if there was a Taco Bell in the city. No, there was.
No, there was? I like how you had to Google it.
I had to Google it. I don't think I went to Taco Bell like a single time when I was there. It's
Damn.
not close.
There was
That's far away.
one school that I toured back when I was looking for schools. God, that was like 5 years ago. Shit, a long time ago. I'm getting old. I'm not, but you know, I feel like it. Anyway, before I derail again, and it was a really expensive college. Like, I think they said it was supposed to be somewhere around 36,000 a semester. And then they were like, yeah, but with grants and if everything goes to plan, you'll only have to pay 16,000. I was like, wow, so generous. That's a big help. But like touring the school in the dining hall, first of all, the dining hall was massive. Second off, they had options for days. They had an entire section literally dedicated to breakfast foods. And then they had an entire section dedicated to vegan foods, and all of them were guaranteed vegan, no matter what, every day. And then on top of that, in the center, which was kind of fucked up considering the placement, now that I just remember, they had this big metal box. When I asked what was in the box, they said that they smoked meat in there. And usually they said, and they checked their phone, they're like, all right, it's Thursday, so there's guaranteed to be a smoked pig in there. And I was like, wow. And then if you look over, there's the vegan section, like right next to it. I was like, wow. Nobody thought this one through.
Convert them.
With the smell of smoked pig.
Or you're trying to convert the people who aren't vegans.
Oh, man. Yeah, they open up the box and they're like, yep, here's a pig. And there's the vegan section. Figure it out.
I've gotten over that. I just know that it tastes good and I want to eat it. And so that's that.
Yeah. For some people, and this isn't like a call out, but for some people it's really hard to get over.
Yeah. I really don't blame them. Like some people just like taste buds are different for everyone as well, so
yeah.
Eating vegan would be a lot easier for someone else versus for me. I am a very picky eater, very well aware of it. So I know that, like, yeah, me being a vegan would just not work out. But someone else, like, probably could.
Yeah. Man, I couldn't do it. I gave it a shot for a while, though. I will say that. I did it for 3 months just to see if I could. And at the end of the 3rd month, I was like, I just need to eat something else. Tofu is not good.
Tofu. You gotta cook it right.
That's
Everyone
the
tells
thing,
me, which I don't believe.
I always did. They were always like, yeah, you can put this sauce on it, this nice chipotle sauce. And I'm like, all right, I'll give it a shot. And they put it on there, rubbing it down, put it on the grill. And then I'm like, man, this still tastes like beans. Yeah, but you haven't let it really marinate and soak. And I'm like, all right, I'll let the tofu soak. And then man, this just tastes like beans covered in chipotle sauce. Lovely. Nice. Because I'm so used to eating meat that whenever I eat like a meat substitute, I can always immediately tell the difference. Like the Impossible Whopper, I could immediately tell. Because someone tried to tell me that it was like a regular Whopper. And believe me, I already know how bad Burger King's food is, so I could really tell.
I still have not had an Impossible Whopper. I don't really plan on having one anytime soon.
And that's fair. That's fair. I mean, you could always go with the, you could always say this excuse from one of the controversies that, oh God, how did they phrase it? It was from, I want to say Fox News, which already tells you so much. They said they did
the most credible news source, correct? According to POTUS.
Oh God. But yeah, they said something about the Impossible Whopper where it was something along the lines of how eating it would make you have hormones over testosterone. And so people started like memeing on that, saying, well, I'm going to go to Burger King, eat a Whopper, and get myself a nice pair of titties.
Yeah. I don't see anything wrong with this.
Honestly, so far it's a win.
I'm so flat-chested, it might help.
Same, honestly. I'm just you, but with longer hair.
Taller.
And tall, yeah. How tall are you?
About 5'11".
Okay, so I'm not too much taller.
Really, it's somewhere between 5'11" and 6-ish, I think. It's a great question. I haven't really measured myself in a long time.
You should measure yourself. A lot of people like to know.
Right now, do it.
Do it on stream. Let's go. Turn on your cameras. I'll readjust the window. Oh God. Yeah, no. Don't do that. For a moment there, I saw your like icon blink, and I legit thought you turned on your camera. I was about to be like, Za, no, I have to.
Honest,
huh?
It wouldn't even get the right. What camera is even being used by this? Because I have like 3 cameras. So, what are we using? Ah, not the camera you need to be using.
Oh, okay. Oh, you love to see it.
I hadn't adjusted my Discord settings in a while, so.
Yeah, you probably should do that sometime because they keep updating it. What do you think of the new inbox feature?
There's a new inbox feature?
Yeah, so if you upgraded updated your Discord, there we go, to the latest version, in the upper right, you'll now have a thing that says inbox, and if you click it, it'll show you every single unread message, or I should say every single server and the section where there's something unread, and it'll give you a segment of the conversation, and then you can hit mark as read or notification settings and then change it up from there.
Neat.
Yeah.
That'll definitely be helpful, I think, because I'm in too many servers.
All right, count them. How many are you in? I'm in 22 right now.
I have 22, I think, out of folders.
Wait, you have 22 servers that are not in folders.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. How many are in folders? If you say none.
A lot.
Oh my God. Are you one of those that's like, yeah, so this server will be this folder will be all the active servers I'm in, which means like servers you're active in, and then folder number 2 will be all the ones I'm not active in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like it's also I kind of categorize them based on, I have a whole folder of streamers who haven't streamed in a long time. Um, it's just literally all of them, and they also don't have very active Discords or active at all. So it's just kind of like they're just there.
One of these days when I get Nitro, their emotes will be useful, so I have to hang on to it.
I don't even think they have like great emotes. I just really like their streams, and I just want to be able to stay connected if necessary.
Right.
I don't know.
That's how a lot of people feel, surprisingly. Well, I shouldn't say surprisingly. Humans want to feel connected anyway, you know?
Yeah. There's some people that I like don't want to lose connections with, so I stay in like one or two servers just so that I'm able, like, if I ever need to message someone, I can always like grab them from there.
Right. It would suck if they were in like a massive server with like 500 people in it, and you're having to like scroll down. Did they change their name again? Hold on, I think they changed their profile picture. What'd they go by? Hold on, I know a message that they sent like 3 months ago. Let me see if I can find it.
I'd be lying if I said that I hadn't done that before.
Really?
It happens.
What I did was an exaggerated skit of something I did. So, but you're like, yeah, I've done that, like word for word.
Not quite word for word, but you're just like, I remember a message that they talked recent, like near, like that I'd sent or something like that.
And you're over here like typing it into the
So I'm
search
looking
function.
through. I jump to like my message, and then I scroll up and down, and I'm like, oh, there they are.
Oh, yeah. It's a lot of people to keep up with when you start joining servers.
Mm-hmm.
Because
It
trying
really
to like,
helps you realize what's important to you. Like for certain discords that I'm in, the general chat is the one that I have unmuted, and other servers they're way too active in it, and I have that one muted.
right.
And yeah, interesting.
I won't lie, I'm that way with so many servers. To where they're too
Oh yeah.
active, so I just mute them, and I'm like, ping me if you need me. Want me to make it even worse? I'm a mod in one of them. And I'll like poke my head in, I'll be like, y'all causing trouble? No? Cool, I'm gone.
Yeah, I've definitely muted channels of discords that I'm a mod in.
Hmm.
It happens.
Yeah.
There's just certain channels that you're just like, I just don't feel like keeping up with this one.
Right.
Not gonna lie.
The one I'm in is just overwhelming. Like, it's just so many messages. Like, by the time I finally finish clearing the notifications for that server, there's already new ones. And I'm just like, oh, fuck this. I had someone DM me a couple weeks back where they were like, hey, you're not really active on this server. The last time you sent a message was like 2 months ago. Can I have your mod status? I'm like, you think I could just pass it to you? No, small child. Get out of here. Out of my DMs. I can't even ban
I
you.
said yes. And then when they reply, really? You say no.
No, after you get the really message, you just block them. And they're like, huh, weird.
I don't think that's mod status.
It's called get fucked status.
Never understood. Like, I understand why some people want to be mod in places, but in some places, I'm like, I just want to like sit here and enjoy. I don't know. I don't need to be a mod. I just want to. I want to sit back and relax and not have to worry about things.
I feel it. The only reason I became a mod for the server was just because I thought it'd be funny. They had like a whole Google application, and I mostly just filled it out with like memes, but I don't think they caught on to the fact that I was memeing. And it's like when you go and bullshit a job interview just so that way you can say you had an interview at that place for a joke and you actually get the job. That's how it was.
I mean, I never go in with like a plan. I always end up bullshitting all my interviews. So
Are you one of those that's like, yeah, so anyway, here's the papers that you told me to bring in. And let me tell you a detailed story about my life that's completely made up and completely verbose.
not completely made up. See, the thing is, you
Mostly
have to
made up.
if you tie in like real life stuff with things that you also like add on to, it sounds really realistic and they buy it. And they usually don't ask questions about it later on.
So anyway, I was a camp counselor at summer camp, right? And I wrestled a fucking bear. And then one of the kids like fell and got a scrape, so I performed first aid. So I'm pretty competent at first aid. And then they like go, hold on. Did you just say you fought a bear? Yeah. And then a kid fell. You mean like
Easy
that?
mistake to make.
Oh my god. I could just imagine them being like, alright, get out of here. Do you say you fought a bear? No, wrestled. Don't worry. It happens all the time. People mess it up. Oh, yeah. Yeah, no. I'm pretty sure most people bullshit on their jobs. Like, I can't imagine anyone that goes in there honestly, you know?
To go in there honestly, you almost have to be like so accomplished to where they already know everything. It's just basically a formality.
Yeah. But I mean, like, I feel like even then they lie about something. So it says here you went to Stanford? Ha, I wrote the wrong thing. It's supposed to say Harvard.
Excuse?
But, yeah. So how long did you go to college for?
4 years. 4 years.
If you
Currently also working on my master's, kind of.
Hey, what are you getting your master's in, if you don't mind me asking?
Analytics.
Nice.
Business analytics. It's easy to market to businesses because they're just like, hey, this person knows things about how to do numbers. And you're like, sure.
That's me, the numbers guy.
Yep. I have literally learned nothing of use in the workplace in my master's program, although I also learned almost nothing of use in my undergrad degree. So.
Oh, man. Are you enjoying it so far?
I mean, yeah. I kind of like it because it's all remote. Like, I do everything just on my computer.
Right.
I Skype in like once a week for when the classes are actually happening. And yeah, it's not too bad for that.
Now, let me add a correction. Are you... Hang on, how do I phrase this? The only terminology I can think of is financially happy. Not so much happy with this, happy, yeah. But you know that it's going to do well for you later in life.
Yeah, I think in the end, it'll be worth it.
Mm-hmm.
I think for right now, it's not 100%, but it gives me leverage power to either ask for a raise or get a better job later on.
Right. It just sounds like you're about to blackmail someone. Yeah, it gives me leverage power, you know, just in case. I caught the boss one evening, you know.
Yeah.
What were they doing? Well, that's the fun part of the blackmail, isn't it?
Basically, yeah. I don't know. It's like I'm not the biggest fan of school, but I just know that this is going to be more helpful in the long run than the little bit of extra effort and stress, because I only do one class at a time for this, which is great because I don't need to be working. I don't need to be doing any more extra work. So it'll take me a while to actually like graduate and everything, but
right
in the long run.
Now, when this whole Corona thing, I don't want to say blows over, because that makes it sound like this isn't a big deal. Because it is a big deal, people.
Mm-hmm.
What are you going to do?
What do you mean?
Like, everyone has some kind of plan for something they want to do as soon as this whole thing's over.
It's a great question. I don't really have anything. I'm an introvert.
Mm-hmm.
I love just sitting in my apartment all day. I got really nice internet. My neighbors normally aren't that bad.
Normally? I feel like there's a story
they're a little
there.
bit noisy and stuff.
Okay. They
can't control them too much, so
like party animal noisy or like large family gatherings for no reason noisy?
no, just like inconsiderate noisy,
Ooh,
like
the best
slamming things
kind.
against walls and stuff, like where you're just like you could just not do that and it'd be fine.
Okay.
Yeah, nothing like nothing where I'm like gonna go over there and be like, could you like not? It's
Oh,
just like where you're like just a more of an annoyance than like an actually like nuisance.
right. No, I get that. I get that.
Um, yeah, I don't really have anything planned. I actually was on vacation visiting my brother. Was it 2 weeks ago? Yeah, went to Connecticut. Flew there with my mom. And we went and hung out. So like I've already. I know you weren't supposed to do that or whatever. It's like we were safe. We wore a mask the entire time whenever we were around people, when we were flying.
Right.
It's pretty safe. They also have like a seat between you and the other person everywhere, so there's like social distancing if you fly on the right airlines.
So it
So
was
I didn't
on.
really,
Sorry, go ahead.
I didn't really, I don't know. At the end of the day, it wasn't like I felt probably more safe there than I would have going to like a normal business.
Yeah. So it was when I got out of my state recently because I needed an unplug. So I just like
Mm.
I left almost all my electronics here, and then I rented a place up in Michigan, if I remember correctly. Yeah, Michigan.
Nice.
Yeah, and then I stayed there for a little close to a week, and just like I had no electronics. It was weird. It was very weird because then I ran into the problem of what do I do now?
It's
I go fishing. Yeah, it'd be great if I had some music.
yeah, I feel like I don't know. That's a hard one. Not having any electronics. When I went on my vacation, I brought just my phone, my
Mm-hmm.
Switch, because it's something to do.
Right.
But yeah, it's I don't really I don't know. I like unplugging, but I don't need to unplug like 100%.
Yeah.
Just a little bit of stepping back from Twitch just a little bit
Yeah,
and
especially
Discord just a little bit
yeah
to
with
where I'm
it.
not checking the messages every 8 seconds.
Yeah, especially with everything going on. Wouldn't blame you.
Yeah, it was right it was right when some stuff was happening before other stuff was I don't know. It feels like right now there's not going to be I'm kind of waiting for some normalcy on Twitter
Good luck.
and in the world.
Yeah. Good luck. This is Twitter.
I know. It
Twitter?
seems like it and it's like I don't want just like things to get like swept under the rug. Like no. Like things need to like run their due course and like go fully fledged and everything.
Right.
It's just I would love to have the memes and the art and everything that I follow come back and like have a be what most of my Twitter feed is.
Yeah, it was a little jarring because like I am not ashamed to admit it. I follow quite a few like NSFW accounts on my Twitter.
Mm-hmm.
I recommend them. They are awesome. A lot of them are fantastic artists who draw some really amazing stuff. Um, but yeah, they are heavily NSFW. So much so that I never check Twitter in public just for that reason. But no, so seeing like my feed go from like NSFW, cop shot someone, NSFW, someone's being canceled on Twitter, NSFW, someone has just come out to touching kids, NSFW, and I'm like, oh my god, I don't know how I'm supposed to feel.
I have the most confused boner right now.
Yeah, oh god, it is legit that. So much so I've had to start like filtering words. Like I'm all for supporting a lot of the causes that are going on right now.
Mm-hmm.
All for it. Go for it.
It is a little exhausting sometimes though.
Yeah. So sometimes I have to put them on like a brief mute.
Yeah, like a day or two and just be like Let me chill for like 2 days.
and then I'll get right back into it. Yeah, no, I have a little handy program someone passed me that what it does is it allows me to set a bunch of keywords and it blocks them, and then I could set like a time limit, and whenever that time limit's up, it unblocks them for me.
I think Twitter has that in their thing. I don't know if it
Oh,
does it
did
like
they
for
add that?
specific. Yeah,
Oh.
because I have Animal Crossing stuff completely muted.
I feel called out.
Oh, if you tweet Animal Crossing stuff, I had no idea.
Yeah, I wonder why. I wonder why.
Yeah, you can set time periods. I forget. Oh, but you can only do 24 hours, 7 days, 30 days, or forever. So maybe your app is probably a little bit better on amounts of times.
I usually only set it for a week, so.
Okay.
Yeah, I didn't even know Twitter had that feature. That's actually really
it's
cool.
in the content preferences muted words.
Oh, that's muted accounts.
And there's also muted accounts too. Yeah, I have a lot of accounts muted.
I started doing a thing to where I mute every single ad that I see, which makes it to where you no longer see those ads. However, Twitter, the algorithm has decided to give up on me and just starts throwing weird ads at me.
Ooh, what's the weirdest one?
The weirdest one was an hour-long video of a guy promoting his new soundtrack. It was not good, it was not enjoyable, and it was an hour long that I skimmed through because I was bored at work. So...
Huh.
Yeah. it was the weirdest.
Yeah, it sounds like it.
I once got an ad for a cannabis company, so there's that. It's not legal by me, but there's that.
It's legal here, so that wouldn't even.
Oh, I know.
There's a billboard not too far from my apartment that I see like every day, and it's like cannabis, big old cannabis.
And you're like,
cannabis here.
You're like, yeah, California.
Good old California.
You enjoying California?
Oh, I love it. I was born and raised here.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So it's one of those things. It's home to me. I don't see myself moving anywhere else.
Are you a Northern Cali or Southern Cali?
Southern California.
Okay.
San Diego, born and raised, basically.
Oh, born and raised in San Diego?
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Yep. I did 4 months or 4 years in a different state for school, and then I was like, yeah, I want to come back.
What made you want to come back? What about Cali brought you back?
The food, the people, and the weather. You can't beat the weather.
It was quite nice.
The people, like, especially compared to East Coast people.
Hey, I feel called
out. East Coast people are mean.
Oh, okay. Is that how you see me? Come on, Zai, I thought we were friends here. No, I'm messing with you.
I mean, there's just like as a whole, I feel like East Coast people are much more rude, especially like on the street and everything. I don't know. I felt like I just never felt welcome more so on the East Coast.
What part of the East Coast were you in?
The West Coast. What
part of the East Coast did you visit?
I was in DC for 4 years, which
that's why
it's people from all over.
Oh God, you were in DC. That's why.
DC is not fun.
You got to go further south to find. Well, actually, as you go further south, it turns into nice people and crackheads. So
yeah,
it's honestly pick your poison.
It really is. Yeah, I've seen a little bit of it all, but
yeah, because it's Cali, it has it all.
It does. But the people here are just much more chill.
I wonder why.
And before weed was legal, they were still pretty chill.
Have you partaken since it became legal?
When did it become legal? I don't even remember because it wasn't a big deal because it was just like, oh, finally, the things that we've been doing for this whole time are now legal.
Let me find out real quick. It says here, Prop
2016.
Yeah. Prop
But for
15.
medical use since 1996. And let me tell you, it's not hard to get a medical
weed card?
marijuana card.
Yeah.
Not at all. My friend in high school managed to get one.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Oh my
I
god.
remember, I think he turned 18 and got a weed card within like a week.
Man.
It was actually kind of hilarious, I'm not gonna lie.
It's
I remember
like
he showed up and he showed up to like one of like a study session or something. He was like, this is an edible here, and it was like this giant Rice Krispie thing.
oh my god.
And you're like, all right,
Wow.
that's what's going on here.
You're like, are you like, is this for studying or do you have glaucoma, my friend? And he's like, no, I just got it.
Yeah, he was just like, no, it's just really easy. You just say that you have anxiety, and they give you a weed card.
Well, see, I've been saying that I have anxiety for years. You know what they did? They were like, yeah, here's pill number 3.
Pill number 3. Yep. Going to the wrong people. You got to go to the. You have to go to the one.
Yeah.
It's like, here's your weed card.
Reminds me of the joke. I can't remember the comedian about how you can just say to a doctor that you get nervous on airplanes and they give you fucking Xanax.
Mm.
Oh man, I don't remember who said
that
that.
one is, but yeah, sounds familiar for sure.
But yeah, back to my previous question. Have you partaken in the time since it's been legal?
To be honest, I've only ever smoked when it wasn't legal. When it wasn't legal.
Don't worry, we'll cut that out.
I don't really care.
Do do indulge us. What's the story?
But yeah, so I think it was when I got offered, I was in college still, and I got offered my job, and I reached out to one of my friends who was like, man, I would love to see you high one time. And I was like, hey, it's time. And he was like, no way. Made like a huge deal about it, and like
it's really not.
And like he helped me out and everything, and it was like, it's a chill time. It's one of those things where I'm already like a super chill person, so it didn't do much for me.
Mm-hmm.
And I know a lot of people are like, oh, you just don't get high your first few times. It's like, no, I was high. I can tell you that much.
You feel it like in your body.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like things, the way you perceive things is just a little bit different.
Oh yeah. Some people perceive things as like better, whereas some people get like super bummed out.
I just got sleepy.
Yeah, that's another one. Because some people, they do edibles to sleep.
Yep.
They'll take like a 60 or a 70 and go to bed. And I'm like, how? Back during my high school and college days, I remember popping one of those and feeling the need to dance all of a sudden. And let me tell you, I am not a dancer.
You tell me you're not a dancer?
Yeah, like at all. I'm really not. Like I have like the most white boy dance you'll ever imagine. But as soon as I get like any sort of weed in me, suddenly I'm just like, ah yes, it is time to dance.
The time to dance is now.
Yeah, it has to. It also depends on the music, because I can't just like dance to fucking country, you know?
Or to nothing.
Yeah, I'm just over here like vibing, and everyone's like, "What are you doing over there?" And I'm like, "I'm just chilling. I'm dancing." But yeah, no, I don't. I can't help it.
I just like staring at things for longer and like thinking about them more. There was this painting that I stared at for like, I swear, an hour and a half before I fell asleep.
Really?
Because it was a painting of a turtle.
Oh god.
But I couldn't figure out which color they used first.
Okay.
Because it was basically half brown and like half teal.
Mm-hmm.
And like I remember I was staring at it and I was like, which one did they use first? Me staring at this painting for like an hour,
just trying to figure out the color pattern.
Yeah, I couldn't figure it out. To me it really didn't matter. It was just basically not thinking about anything.
That is like
fine by me.
true stoner think of
No.
of wow, I wonder what color they used first. And they're like, who cares? And you're like, was it the teal or the blue? And everyone's just like, who cares?
Who cares? But hear me out.
Hear me out. What if
It
I
was the
told you?
teal.
What if I told you it wasn't the teal and it wasn't the blue? It's about to blow your mind. It was green. They started with green. Yeah. No, everyone's so different on weed that's like so hard to gauge like who to be around, you know?
Yeah.
Because some people are very erratic, some people are very paranoid, some people are very giggly, some people get very chatty. So it's just hard to like find. That's why I was looking forward to the California trip, mostly for TwitchCon, like 80% TwitchCon, and like I want to say like 10% was just so I could legally smoke. I won't lie. I will not lie.
I mean, that's fair.
Man.
I never got the munchies like everyone said that you would always get. It was never something I got. I just couldn't figure it out. I think it's because I'm just always hungry. Like I'm never satisfied. So
Right.
I've just learned to ignore that.
I just got like the opposite, to where like it wasn't so much that I was hungry, but as I would eat, I wouldn't like feel satisfied like at all whenever I get high. But then yeah, this was years ago, so things could have changed.
True.
Yeah, but no, I would start eating something and just eat like a whole bag of chips, and they're like, "Are you not full yet?" And I'm like, "Was I supposed to be?" The answer is yes, my friend. That is a whole bag of Doritos that you just choke down. Would you like some water? Are you a reader?
Not really on books.
Oh?
I read just mainly sports articles, which isn't really reading, but it's kind of
Are you a big sports guy?
huge sports guy.
Yeah? What's your favorite sport?
Huge baseball fan.
Ooh. Favorite team?
Dodgers. And I know a lot of people are going to give me shit for that, but it's fine.
Sorry, hang on. Let me amplify your volume. What was that again? Who's your favorite
The
team?
Dodgers.
Wow, you have like no shame.
No, I don't. I was born and raised as a Dodgers fan. Heck, it would break my grandma's heart if I were to tell her, yeah, I'm a fan of anyone else that's not the Dodgers now.
Oh god, you know what would probably like make her have a heart attack? Is if you were like, yeah, I'm a big fan of the Knights.
The Knights?
Yeah. Welcome to my city's baseball team. Yeah, I'm not even kidding. It's that well known.
I don't think of what team that is.
It's baseball, and it's
No.
Charlotte, if that helps.
Oh, okay, I thought so.
Yeah.
They might end up with a major league team.
I hope not. They aren't good.
Well, they have the highest minor league attendance out of all the other cities.
Oh,
so that's why
really?
they've considered it. Yeah.
Wow.
It's on the short list.
I'm so proud of you. I'm so
I
proud.
want to say it's Charlotte, Portland, Mexico City, and Montreal are the 4 teams on the short list to get a major league team.
Wow.
Which they would expand by 2, so has an almost 50% chance.
Fierce competition. But hey, no, at least the football team my city has is, popular.
True.
I don't like football, but my brother does, and he likes to tell me about the wins. I'm like, cool. So, how'd the game go? Well, and then he'll just like talk. But it goes like
That's us sports fans. We like to talk about our sports.
Who's your favorite player?
Clayton Kershaw.
Yeah?
Such a basic answer, but
Is it
he's a good
personality
dude.
or play style?
A little bit of both. He does a lot of he does a lot of charity stuff, and it's pretty admirable. Pretty highly spoken, well spoken guy. Never really is on the wrong side of the media.
Mm-hmm.
Just an all around good dude.
Didn't cheat on his wife.
No, no,
As you
not that
always...
I know of.
Oh, dear. As you...
I mean,
You always hear that in the news, though. Like,
yeah.
sports people. Like, you'll hear about one that's been glowing up lately. And you're like, damn, that's cool. And then the next day, it's like, wow, he just cheated on his wife. Oh, boy.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I vibe with that. While I'm not a sports guy, I can vibe with you.
Yeah.
I
It's just kind of like having a favorite streamer that you watch. It's not really, but it's kind of the same because you're watching someone play a game versus watching someone play a sport.
I mean, they're both games in the
True.
end.
One of them's digital, though.
Remember years ago, I want to say 2015, 2016, when they tried to get esports into the Olympics.
Mm,
Do you remember that?
I do not remember that. That's hilarious, though. I don't.
Yeah. There was a whole petition from one esports team. I want to say they played, I want to say League. And they were trying to say that this was a legitimate sport because it required teamwork and skill. I can't
Mm-hmm.
remember how they phrased it. And they were shot down immediately.
Yeah.
The Olympics was like, what the fuck? No. We don't want to watch a bunch of sweaty nerds play League. We're good. Thanks.
If they were to run it at the same time as some other event, I think they could get a nice viewership. But I don't. It's not what. It's not what the Olympics wants,
No.
which is fair.
Can you imagine going to the Olympics and you're like, okay, so yeah, that guy did a pole vault. That did a 80-meter dash. That guy did
That
swimming.
guy got a penta.
They're pointing to like different gold medalists, and they're like, yeah, and that guy got a pentakill on League, carried his whole team. You wouldn't believe it. I bet he is exhausted. Oh man.
It's yeah, like esports. I consider like these guys who are in esports, guys and girls and everyone in between.
Yeah.
Like they put their hearts and souls into it. Like I thought I was good at video games, and then I started watching some of these like professional players, and you're like, well then, never mind. Um, like there's definitely they have like this. There's ceiling, skill ceiling that I am not even close to,
Oh yeah.
and so while I might not consider it a sport, it's definitely sport.
It's definitely something that requires skill and teamwork.
Mm-hmm. Most of them, at least.
Mo-
Some of them are.
Overwatch.
Just shoot your ulti somewhere. You'll win. Don't worry. It's fine.
Oh, what's that? You're playing as Reaper? Would you like the instant win button to be active or inactive? Yeah.
Active.
Active? Of course.
Yeah.
Now press it and don't worry, it'll recharge in less than 2 minutes. And then you can win again.
I used to really enjoy Overwatch.
I think I played the demo when Overwatch like first came out, and I was like, I could see this being an alright game. But I think like the only thing that made me hate it was, go ahead and get ready to hate me, listeners, and even WeHaveZa. Get ready. I used to be an old TF2 boy. And so going from TF2 to Overwatch, it was like jarring. Because people were like, oh yeah, Overwatch is going to take over TF2 and instantly crush it. And I was like, I don't know. Can you customize the heroes? No. Can you trade cosmetics with other players? Well, no. Can you earn cosmetics randomly? No.
It's So it seems like you were in it for the cosmetics.
Well, that and also like the interchangeability of the weapons. Because I feel like the thing that bores me with Overwatch is when you pick a character, that's what you're playing as. Like that's it. There's nothing you can change when it comes to their fighting style or play style. You know. Well, with TF2, you get like, depending on the class, you get like 3 to 4 slots, and each one can be filled a different way, and they can all affect your play style in a different way, you know?
Yeah.
Whereas Overwatch, you just pick character and you play, and you know what you're going to get yourself into. You know what the counters are, you know, there's no like needing to adapt to your enemy. Well, except for changing to another hero when you can't get 5 headshots as Widowmaker.
Very true. I don't know. I enjoyed it for a while because it was one of those things that I didn't take too seriously. Like I had fun with it, and I played a little bit of comp and every once in a while.
Who's your main?
And then I started taking it too seriously, and then I was just like, nope.
I bet you were a Lucio main, weren't you?
I loved Lucio.
Yeah, I knew it.
Lucio was my support main. My tank main was probably Diva, but I was actually best with Ryan.
Yeah.
I just didn't enjoy playing Ryan.
Ryan's a good character.
And who's my Hanzo. I loved playing Hanzo, even
though
I couldn't hit a shot for shit.
You were a Hanzo main. Oh man.
I couldn't hit any shot ever, but I had fun.
Yeah, as long as you had fun as a Hanzo main. Because there's only 2 types of Hanzo mains. Not in the middle, not too far, not, you know. It's either an insanely good Hanzo, who is wiping out your whole team with no problem, or it's a really terrible Hanzo that has no idea what they're doing.
Hey, that's me.
Hey, that's me. You'll love to see it. Yeah, no, I don't know. A lot of these team-based games, I feel like I'm getting tired of them. Because a lot of them are either battle royales or they're similar to like Overwatch, you know?
Yeah, it's hard to come up with a new game type nowadays. No one's trying anything new.
It's kind of sad. Yeah.
Yeah.
But if I could have like a game similar to like XCOM, but it's online and it's multiplayer and all that, that'd be fun.
Yeah, that would be.
Like, granted, there's someone who's gonna call me out there and be like, "Yeah, XCOM already has online multiplayer." Yeah, but I mean, like as it does, but you have to play with your friends or hope that the servers are still up and play with randoms. But I mean, like multiple teams trying to outwit each other in strategy. You know, it's where like here's my game idea. Ready for this? 4 teams. You can each have up to 5 units each, and then at the beginning, when it says go, you tell your units what to do, and then after everyone has told their units what to do, it then triggers every single unit to move at the same time. And then it would pause, you do it again, set your units up. If someone's within your line of sight, you can tell a unit to fire upon it. And then,
gotcha.
Yeah, I feel like that'd be a lot of fun.
You might actually enjoy the auto chess, auto battler things then.
Yeah?
They're kind of like that, not quite the same though. It's usually just, most of them are 8 total people and you go 1v1 every single time. But instead of like telling your units exactly who to attack, it kind of does it based on like their AI, or in some cases completely random.
Okay.
And you just hope for the best that the completely random is not awful.
Okay, I could see that.
Yeah.
I just have too many games right now. I can't. I can't get anything new.
I understand that.
Oh man, And then I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna go play one of these new games I got. And then I'm like, hey, but what if I play Persona 5 for the third time this week? Cool. Yeah.
Still need to play Persona 5. I bought it when it was like $10 on the PlayStation Store, just the OG version, not the
Royal.
Royal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
OG
One day.
version's good,
Yeah.
but
I've
it's
heard they made some improvements and they added like an extra dungeon to the game, so
and a whole other semester.
that too.
It's good. You can't even access it. Here's the thing. Sorry for ranting real quick.
No, it's fine.
Here's the thing about Royal that kind of made me mad is you can't access that new game content without doing like a number of steps.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So there's like a list. Well, I shouldn't say a list. There's only 2 things that you have to do, and they don't tell you this like at all. They hint to it, but if you're not paying attention, the hints just go over your head. And you're like, wow, cool. This is awesome.
That's interesting that you have to do like specific things.
Just to unlock the new content. It makes sense story-wise. I was about to do big spoiler there, but I'm not gonna. It makes sense story-wise, but like gameplay-wise, it's a little annoying, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Oh man. And then it's probably just adding like more injury to insult that Persona 4 is now out on Steam.
Mm-hmm.
And so you're like, damn, I should really play these games sometime.
Yeah, I saw that one. I don't. That one seems just a little bit different than Persona 5.
It's
Yeah.
it's much different, and that's mostly because it was on a much older console. Like I want to
Also on a portable console.
Yeah, I was about to say, I think originally it was on the Vita or the PSP, one of the two.
Same thing, basically.
Yeah, they're essentially the same thing. There's someone that's going to get so mad at me, but I don't care. Get mad.
I don't care.
I don't care. Be mad. But yeah, no. And so it just kind of... It's hard to port over games. But Sega was like, hey, let's give this a try. And they were like, here's Persona 4. But not just regular Persona 4. Persona 4 Golden. Enjoy, nerds. And it sold really well, too.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I was kind of shocked. Although it has a lot of crashing issues, and I mostly just chalk that up to I have a really newer computer, and this game is meant for a really shitty handheld device. So I'm sure they are nowhere near compatible to each other. Yeah, because my game crashes constantly. Like, it's almost become a joke on my stream. Hey, Woff, you better save before it crashes. Yes, I should do that. And then it crashes, like, shortly after I saved. I'm not even kidding. That's happened twice on, I want to say, last night's stream, where I would save, I would go do something, and then it would crash.
I haven't had any issues like that. There was one indie game that I played recently that just had awful optimization. Like if you looked at certain textures, your frame rate would go to like almost 0
Really?
on like the lowest settings too.
I can't imagine playing at 0 FPS.
It was just one of those things where you knew what you knew what would cause it, and you'd like look at it and look back away because you had to like trigger certain things and everything, and it was just decent game. Looked pretty, but yeah, had some issues.
What's your favorite genre of game?
Puzzle platformers.
Ooh.
Really love those.
What about them sells you? Is it more on the complexity of the puzzle or the aha moment of the puzzle?
I just like solving puzzles more so. So like kind of like the aha moment of like when you figure it out. Um, but I also like the good thing about a lot of puzzle platformers is they'll have like they usually have good movement as well. So it's just nice knowing that you're just gonna be able to do whatever you want almost.
Right. Oh man. I just find it funny that like I was like, yeah, I'm gonna go talk to Zaw on Discord, and I look, and the last message that you ever sent me was you asking where I was.
2018 TwitchCon.
Yeah, because I was looking at it, and I was like, what do you mean? Where you at? That's walk to the
Where
expo
you at?
floor. Like some kind of weird booty call.
Wink, wink.
A wink,
Can
wink.
I edit that message?
I think you can. Yeah.
I can't.
Are you
There should be a limit to when you can edit a message on Discord. I'm sorry.
Oh my god, that's funny. You better
You
not
should be
edit
able to
it.
go back 2 years ago and edit a message on Discord.
That can make someone look really bad.
Seriously. Because it's not hard to remove the little edited like
Is it?
thing. If you Photoshop, no, not at all.
Oh, I
All you
thought
gotta
you
do
meant
is like use the same color.
Oh, okay. I thought you meant like literally on.
I guess like if the other person were to like actually provide real screenshots and show that it wasn't edited, but like
Yeah.
some people wouldn't even wait till that happened, and they'd just be like, they would react to that. So who knows?
In this climate, honestly, who knows?
Yeah.
Like there was there was oh god, I can't remember her name, but she was basically going around like doxing racist, which at first it was like, okay, I can kind of see your movement, okay, until it started getting to the point to where she was going after like kids and just being like, yeah, they go to blah blah middle school and here's their phone numbers, and it's like, wow.
A little aggressive.
A little aggressive. Cool. You hate to see it. God damn it. You and Wix have got me doing it way too much.
I am not sorry.
What do you mean you're not sorry?
I'm not sorry.
Oh man. Yeah, I'm still kind of sad I can't go to TwitchCon. Like, I understand.
Yeah.
And I'm totally, like, content with not going, but I'm still sad.
Oh, of course. Yeah. Like, everyone knew it was inevitable.
Yeah.
It was one of those things where I think everyone was just waiting to hear the news. Like, they were like, so when are you guys canceling? Not like, is it canceled? It was like, so when's it getting canceled?
We need to know. And then
Yeah.
TwitchCon was real nice, because what they did was they made it to where if you booked your hotel through the TwitchCon site, Twitch would cancel your hotel for you.
That's pretty nice, yeah.
Yeah, and they even sent me a whole like cancellation receipt. I didn't spend a dime. I didn't have to make a phone call. They just canceled it. Sent me the receipt.
Nice.
Yeah, it was cool. It was real smooth. Real smooth. That'll be your new catchphrase.
I don't see that one catching on.
You don't?
I don't know why.
Give it a shot for a week and then call me.
Yeah, all right.
Oh, man. Oh, man. So, did you take part in the DARE program?
Are you talking like way back in like elementary school?
Yeah. The full.
I remember
I'm not
it. I don't think.
I'm not just talking
it was a
like
big
the.
deal for my year.
Really?
Yeah.
Because I know. I was gathering up some stories from people where they were talking about how they did the whole like DARE. What do they call it? Like camp or something, to where DARE would come to your school and then you have to like complete a series of challenges, and then they'd give you a T-shirt, which was basically just a shirt that just said "Bully me, please."
It's a power move.
It really is a power move. Can you imagine completing a program and they give you a shirt and the shirt just says "Bully me, please"? That's all it says. No, but that was like the whole on-running joke. At least at my school, that if you had a Dare shirt, you were just asking to be picked on.
Yikes.
I did not go to a good school.
Evidently not. Yeah.
You're over here like, I'm just gonna judge you more and more.
I don't think anyone in my class got one. I think it was something that was big. Like, I think my school did it for like 2 or 3 years, but it was always like a few classes above me, and then they just stopped doing it. I think when I got around to that point,
Right.
which fine by me. I don't really care.
Yeah. No, I understand. That was a pretty dumb question. I just have like this piece of paper here that has like a bunch of questions on it.
I'm glad someone came prepared to this because I sure as hell didn't.
You're over here like, so what's the appropriate length for an answer?
Yeah, I don't even care. I just answered, and then once I'm like, yeah, that's probably good enough.
All right, here's one on my list of questions. Do you have a hobby outside of Twitch? Like something you really enjoy doing?
I do a
Ooh,
lot of fantasy sports.
okay. So are you a gambler on those, or do you just...
A little bit, yeah. Like I don't think I put more than $100 down for an entire year. So,
What do
but
you
it's a lot of time
do you
and
do
stuff.
baseball? Fantasy?
Baseball, football, because everyone does football.
Yeah. It's always the football nerds.
Yep. Everyone has a football league, and they're all like, "You need to join my football league," and I'm like, "Dude, I'm in like 8 others. I don't need to join yours."
What do you get for joining a league?
Um, I mean, it's just a way to keep in contact with people for me most of the time. I'm just like, it's an easy way for me to like have something to talk to someone about.
So it's like following someone on Twitter.
Yeah,
Okay.
basically, and just being able to talk trash to that person because of a certain thing.
Haha, how's it feel now, loser? I told you not to pick them.
Yeah. But without all the fantasy, since fantasy sports can't happen right now, basically because there's no sports.
Yeah, wonder why
I
there's no
actually,
sports.
before it all happened, I joined a fantasy video game league,
Okay.
and it's been pretty interesting.
Any particular game or just...
So what you do is you have like an initial draft where we drafted, I think it was 4 games that you think are releasing this year that you think are going to do well.
Oh,
Like,
it's one of these types of leagues.
yeah.
Okay.
And so like every point over like a 70 average that it gets, or yeah, 70 average, it gets like 1 point, and if it gets like a 95 or above, it gets like an extra 5 points or something like that.
Actually sounds kind of fun.
Yeah, it's actually really cool. It's definitely kept me up more on like games that are releasing, um, like which ones gain better reviews than others.
Oh, you guys
Yeah.
really go into it.
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah, I'm trying to win this thing. I'm not going to, but I'm trying to.
So what are the prerequisites for winning? Like, let's say I don't know, some fucking Nintendo's releasing Mario 700, but you guys don't already know that. Do you take like a guess at the game title, the release date, and the reviews, or how does it work?
So there's like, let's say, I remember one of them before the new Assassin's Creed was announced. It was just Assassin's Creed 2020 unannounced.
Okay.
Like they knew that there was going to be a new one, and it was just like a kind of thing there. But if a game hasn't been announced yet, like let's say Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1 and 2, which I'm super excited about.
They are good.
Yeah. And so like that one was one where after the initial like four game draft, you can then pick up games and you have like $100 credit in your account thing. It's not actually $100, it's just like fake $100.
Monopoly money.
And you can pick up games with that. So
okay.
and like the bidding goes from like Tuesday to Monday. So if you place a bid on like Tuesday, it'll clear on Monday, and if you bid the most, you get it, and if you didn't, the other
Right.
person does.
Huh. That does actually sound like a lot of fun though to do.
It's been a lot of fun. We do a little bit of trash talking, so it's a good time.
How's it feel? No new Mario this year, nerd, and you put all your money on that?
Oh man, it feels bad when you're like all in on a game, and then all of a sudden it gets that big old delay till 2021. You're like, man.
How many people have gotten screwed over due to Cyberpunk?
Well, the good news about Cyberpunk is the league goes just for an entire calendar year, so that person hasn't gotten screwed over.
Okay, cool. So, would they still win or do they lose? When it
So
comes to
it's just
Cyberpunk.
based on the amount of points that you earn for the entire year.
Oh, okay.
So if Cyberpunk does that well, they could end up winning, although don't see it since we have this one thing where you have to counter pick a game that someone drafted, and the one that they drafted got minus 20 points for them.
How does the counter pick work?
So you like, let's say someone drafted, in my example, someone drafted Dragon Ball Z Kakarot.
Okay.
And I was like, I don't think that's gonna do that well, and it got like a 73 overall. So it got 3 points for the other person, and so I lost 3 points on it as well, and that's so it wasn't a big deal to me. It was like 3 points, I can manage that.
Okay.
Versus the one that they counterpicked was Dreams that came out for the PS4 this year.
Oh, that's a good
Got
game.
a 90. So it got them minus 20 points.
Oh, you hate to see it.
Yeah.
I could see why though. It's a pretty popular game.
I really liked that game. I picked it up because of this, because I heard it got such good scores and everything. I'd never heard of it really, and I was really impressed. It's a really well developed game, and just the fact that it's basically infinite game.
Infinite game.
It's always nice.
I always tell people that it's like if someone said, "Hey, what if we had Little Big Planet, but we pumped it full of steroids?" And that's Dreams in a nutshell.
Yeah. And they're doing a new Little Big Planet for the PS5.
Are they really?
Yeah.
Wow.
It's not like the same. It's like
it's not a platformer?
I mean, it looks pretty much the same. It looks like it's more of a platformer than, but I don't really know how it's gonna work.
Well, the previous titles
I was like,
were platformers, so
yeah, I don't know. I remember I saw the little video about it, and I was like, well, if I get a PS5, I'll probably pick that up. But well, it's gonna be expensive.
Yeah.
Nobody got that money.
Nobody. And then Sony's like, yeah, you guys are going to shell out $600, right? And we're like, what? Sorry, what?
I didn't buy the PS4 until it was $200.
Oh, God. Yeah, I remember that. I think I bought mine when it was still fairly new, and I'm very ashamed to admit that I spent like $400 on it. Oh, man.
Yeah, I only buy consoles for exclusives because I do all my online now on my PC, so...
Yeah. I don't know, with the recent like ports that we've been seeing, it wouldn't surprise me if people start bringing more exclusive games over to PC. Like when Halo came to PC, that was fucking weird.
It was great.
It was great.
I played it for like a day or two, and then I only go back to it every once in a while, but it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, it's a good game.
Love me some Halo.
Halo's great. Like, as much as I bash on shooters, Halo's great. I can't bash on Halo. It's mostly because of the music. Alright, one more question, and then I'm going to start wrapping things up.
Sounds good.
What is most important to you when it comes to a game? Like, something that you hold very highly?
Mm-hmm.
that if someone screws it up, you always mention it whenever talking about this game.
Oh man, what is?
Like, it could be graphics, it could be
Oh,
music, it could be voice acting, it could be anything.
I'm trying to think of what I complain about the most when I complain about things, because I complain about a lot of things. And anyone who's been to my streams will be well aware of this.
I can
There's
confirm
certain
this.
things that'll irk me just a little bit. Um,
Or I should rephrase. What's something that you go into with an expectation that it'll be good, and if if that expectation is crushed, then you're disappointed for a while.
I mean, it's a super broad thing, but like just bad game design, like whether or not it's like just a bad mechanic or
Mm.
like a bad forced mechanic, because there's certain times where you're just like where they try to force a mechanic on you that you're just like that's not how I want to play this game right now.
It's kind of bullshit, but
Yeah, but there's just certain times when I'm just like I don't want to do it that way, but you have to. So
you love to hate it.
you love to hate it.
You
Yeah.
love to hate it.
Bad controls
Ooh, that's a
hit me
good
hard.
one.
Yeah, that's
For a moment there, I thought you like legitimately just said, but my brain didn't fully process it. I thought you just said bad game controls get me hard, and I was about
well,
to
I
be
did
like,
say that, but
"Oh my god!"
but that's not what I meant. You know.
Well, please explain to me. What do you mean by that?
I don't like bad controls.
And they get you hard.
No, they do not get me hard. They just
Oh, yeah, that caught me off guard. I'm sorry. That's what I
yeah.
thought you
It's
said.
yeah. I I was not an English major.
Mm.
I do not claim to ever be good at English or speaking or writing, but I get by.
I'm just imagining you like at work one day, and you get frustrated. You're like, "Damn, this printer gets me hard."
Hey man, we all got our kinks.
Oh my god. I'd have to like ask if you're okay. If you like woke up on a weird side of the bed, and you're like, "Yes, I fell off the front of it." Oh. But yeah, so we're gonna start wrapping things up. But
Cool.
before we wrap things up, what I would like to do is basically right now, let's say the entire world is listening to you. What do you say that you feel everyone needs to hear?
Roll Tide.
Did you really just roll Tide? Did
Yes.
you really just roll Tide? Oh my god. You really just rolled Tide.
Yes.
And you're not ashamed.
No, not at all. Roll
Oh my god.
Tide.
The entire world is listening. They're like, I wonder what the ZA person has to say. And you go, roll Tide.
Roll Tide. Yeah.
I
I
am.
mean, in all, sometimes you just gotta take things a little bit. You gotta like step back and remember, not everything is the end of the world. Sometimes you just gotta roll tide.
I hate it so much. Oh my god. I should remind everyone that on Wix's server, ZA has a special emote that is literally just his butt emote, but with a graduation cap.
I always forget about that. It's only on his server or
Yeah.
their server.
Yeah, it's only on their server,
Hmm.
and it's literally a smart ass. Because
Their mod made it, and I was just like, I'm just gonna leave it here. It just makes me laugh.
oh god, I'm gonna use that like shortly after this podcast. I'm just gonna go in and just use that emote and then disappear for another 3 years. Oh man, but no. Is there anything you'd like to promote at this very moment? Maybe a project you're working on, maybe your stream, a friend's stream. What would you like to promote?
I mean, I guess I do stream. You know that'd be if you want to hang out, cool. If you don't,
What's your channel?
cool. Twitch.tv/ninja.
Oh no.
Um,
Oh no. No. Don't go to that
oh
one.
wait, that's my good friend Ninja's stream. Mine's WeHaveZa. Just chill. I don't know. Just when you think that I was done memeing,
Yeah.
I just
God,
managed.
you came in.
You tell me that we only have a little bit limited amount of time left, and I'm like, man, I had so many memes that I didn't throw in there.
Yeah. Say any other memes you want to throw in? What's your favorite meme?
My favorite meme?
Yeah.
That's a lot of damage. I really do
Oh
enjoy
man.
some good old flex seal, flex tape.
You like Phil Swift?
Mm-hmm.
Are you a Swiftie?
Oh yeah. Both ways.
Oh god. There's a video I gotta send you. It's great. It does feature Phil Swift, so I think you'll like it.
I don't doubt it.
There's one that I really like of a Phil Swift edit where he's like, and to show you the power of Flex Seal, and he begins the chainsaw thing, and then it shows the Titanic breaking in half, and then you see Phil Swift coming out of the middle of it, and he goes, I saw this boat in half. And you hear like the sounds of like people screaming.
I feel like I saw that one.
It's great. It's so good. Oh man. But yeah, so we're gonna head out. My name's Waff.
My name's Was I supposed to talk there?
Yeah, actually that worked perfectly.
Did you want me to do that?
That worked perfectly.
Okay. And then I ruined it.
It's like I had this whole like segue to lead into the exit. You're like, yeah, by the way, my name's No, that was perfect. I was hoping you would do that. Oh my god. Stop. If you start laughing, I'm gonna start laughing.
Alright, I can hold it together. I can keep my composure, can you?
No, I really can't.
You hate to see it.
Oh my god. Anyways. Thank you, Za, very much for coming out.
Thank you for having me.
You freaking
it was
troll.
A fun time. Yep. I am troll.
I am troll.
I've considered rebranding to We Have Troll, but you know, it just
I don't think
have the same.
It doesn't roll off the tongue.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah, this is my good buddy. We call him Troll. And they're like, wow, that's kind of mean. They're like, no. Here's his Twitch channel. We have Troll.
We have Troll.
We just call him Troll for short. Anyways, thank you all very much, listeners, for listening. And thank you very much to all the subs who support the show. Hopefully you enjoyed this episode a day early. Or a day. I swear to God, I keep saying that. A week.
Yeah,
did you just boo me?
Let's go.
Listeners on Tuesday. Nice try.
Well, a day early would be Monday.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that is true.
Big Blaine.
No. But if you would like to see this episode a week early, all you have to do is go to twitch.tv/Mr_Waffles404 and simply hit the little sub button. That'll be one of the many perks that you get of watching this podcast early. And you get to listen to my stupid jokes a week early. As just awkwardly stares, hoping that I make a fool out of myself. I don't need your help to make a fool out of myself, Zah. I could do that on my own. And the demonstration is this outro that I've derailed on my own.
I mean, I helped. I started it.
That is true. But I can't throw you under the bus. You're more like...
Even if you throw me under the bus.
What are you gonna do? Like action movie roll out from the other side?
I was just gonna say I brought knives, but you know that works too.
We have Za. We have knives. That's your new Twitch name. You have to change it now to We Have Knives.
Yikes. A little edgy for me.
Yeah, Twitch would come down to be like, so we want to talk to you about your name. You're like, what's wrong with you? Wait a minute, did you really just make... Oh my god, it just now clicked. Edgy, knives.
Oh yeah, you got it.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay. I'm gonna end this thing. It took me so long to get that joke, and I know someone's gonna meme on me about that. They'll be like, "Waff, you're an idiot." I'm gonna be like, "I know it."
I mean, I say my jokes so deadpan half the time that like I don't expect anyone to get them.
Like I thought legit you were like calling me out like, "Wow, that's a really edgy joke there." No, you were literally making a knife joke. I'm disappointed, but at the same time very proud because it just went over my head. Oh my god.
Good thing you didn't let it hit you right in the head.
Like a knife.
Like, yeah, like a knife.
Anyways, thank you very much, Za, for coming out. And thank you, listeners. And I'll see you all next week for another episode because I do have plans for another episode next week.
Is it ninja?
It is ninja. You guys.
Oh, sweet.
I hate the ninja joke. It just keeps coming back. Anyways, have a good night, everyone.